Welcome to Wednesday's show, and thank you for being a part of it. Glad to have you as always. Apologies up front, as you can hear the wide format printer across the way running a little overtime this evening. Just couldn't be helped. Apologize for the noise. We will go on to headlines tonight, which will include a couple of local people charged with endangering the welfare of a minor, drug-related charges. Very not so smart way to purchase a vehicle. We'll talk about COVID and school closings and how McGoffin County is now among them, as well as your updated forecast, which has really just had a few tweaks done to it, a few temperature changes, a few shower chances upgraded and downgraded, and I'll go through that in just a few moments before I leave you for what I hope is going to be a wonderful Wednesday evening for you all. Yesterday, we spoke of COVID. We spoke of a couple of school districts closing. Lee County, I think, was as well. Jenkins Independent Schools closing for the rest of the week because of widespread illness, and that is having to do largely with COVID, but also as well with a lot of other respiratory illness and viruses going around, just taking their toll on a very early school year. COVID, a big concern of it, and Eris, of course, the nickname for the newest strain, as I told you last night, which is the most common right now and the fastest growing in the U.S., amounting for just under 20% of all COVID cases, and how 40% is the number of increase that we have seen in hospitalizations nationwide off of the lows that we saw mid-June or so. Now, we're still 90% below the major and worst peak that we saw from Omicron back in January 22, but we're seeing a significant increase, and so much so that McGoffin County Schools today had to join the short list of what I expect to be a growing one of schools to have to take a little break this early in the school year. Today marks the 10th day of class here in McGoffin County. I just got the phone with Superintendent of Schools Chris Meadows, who said that at the end of last week, attendance school-wide was running right around 95%. Today, that was down to 83%. The upper 80s is kind of the threshold that kind of keeps everything going, and it's at 83%. He said that it was also not just students, but they're seeing more staff, which is making it more difficult to find instructors, of course, when staff are being just as affected as are students. He said that it was fairly evenly dispersed across the school district, that all schools in McGoffin County were in the 80th percentile somewhere. He also said that, of course, this is perhaps the earliest that they've had to make this type of a call 10 days into the school year. And, of course, as you saw, he was here with me just the day before school started, about 10 days ago, or a little more actually, of course, when they were focusing real heavy on absences and trying to get students back in the classroom. Not necessarily pertaining to illness, of course, but just in a general way. And this, of course, is not going to help that in any form or fashion. So with that said, they are canceling class in McGoffin County for the rest of this week, tomorrow and Friday, largely due to COVID, but also other illnesses. I also spoke with our Director of Public Health, Pete Shepard, the McGoffin County Health Department, who says they too are seeing a significant increase in numbers of COVID cases. Remember, no one has to report to health departments anymore. A couple of local providers do, and they have seen respectively, out of those two, 20 cases on Monday and 20 cases on Tuesday of this week for roughly each of those two different facilities. And then undoubtedly, he says COVID is significantly taking hold in McGoffin County as of right now. And they have also seen, they haven't given out home testing kits. They haven't had a request for any in months, and now they're out of the ones that they had. And now they have to purchase those instead of receiving them free from the state or federal government. They have to purchase those, and he's looking at trying to find a means to do that. But as of right now, they've gone through all the home kits they have, and we're continuing to see a big number of COVID cases on a daily basis here in McGoffin County, and we are not alone on that front. With that said, other local headlines will begin right after the break.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Get great deals on the greatest brands at Conley Tire with up to $150 back on Goodyears, $100 on Hancooks, $100 on Mickey Thompson's, $125 on Yokohamas. And you can always pay now or later. Plus quick service with oil changes, brake jobs, $35 computer diagnostics to fix and repair your ride at Conley Tire and conleytire.net.
Get ready for the new school year with Appalachian Wireless. Whether you need a smartphone, a wearable, or an iPad, we have your back-to-school solution. Visit AppalachianWireless.com or a retail location for our back-to-school deals. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Sattersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot-related, relief is just one step away.
Welcome to Hope Family Podiatry Center, where we take care of all of your podiatric needs.
Located on the Parkway next to Hope Pediatrics. The McGoffin County Sheriff's Department arrested 2 people last night around 6:30 or so at a residence on Lick Creek. It was there that deputies were called to do a welfare check on minors in the home belonging to Victoria Simmons. And upon arrival with Child Services, deputies entered the residence and discovered drug paraphernalia near children. And that wasn't all. While on the scene, Deputy Tyler Lafferty says that he found a small camouflage bag that had in it 2 meth pipes, a set of scales, several straws used to snort drugs. And when Carl Simmons saw that he had found the bag, Mullins tried to jerk it out of the hands of the deputy, and in doing so, at the same time, had a knife in his other hand with the blade pointed up and or towards the officer. The officer then had to draw his sidearm according to his citation, and it took him several verbal commands to get Mullins to drop the knife. After he did place it on the counter, he also resisted by trying to pull his hands away from the officer before he was finally arrested and taken into custody. There was paraphernalia found within plain view of children which were in the home. There was also a residue on top of that paraphernalia of an unknown nature, which was confiscated as well. Carl Simmons was charged with possession of paraphernalia, endangering the welfare of a minor, menacing and resisting arrest, while Victoria Frances Simmons was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and endangering the welfare of a minor. And this next case, albeit coming out of Pikeville, still makes you wonder nonetheless. It's where this man is accused of buying a truck, which is not against the law. It is against the law to buy it with fake cash that is knowingly, I would assume, going to be taken directly to a bank to be deposited, where it would then be discovered if it hadn't already. A few days ago, 37-year-old Michael Bishop of Varney, Kentucky, bought a truck. He bought a truck off of an older gentleman in his early 80s in Pikeville and paid him in cash, counterfeit cash, about $3,800 for the vehicle. The victim taking the cash, thinking it was real, signing the title of the truck over to Bishop before Bishop left with the vehicle. When the victim tried to put the money in his bank the following day or thereafter, well, they alerted him to the situation, and the victim alerted authorities. Ultimately, Pike County authorities contacted those in Floyd County and found Bishop, and Prestonsburg police detained him until the other authorities could arrive. And while being detained, he was found with another $6,200 in counterfeit money and was lodged in the Pike County Detention Center, again on charges of theft by unlawful taking over $1,000, theft by deception, and possession of a forged instrument. In all, $10,000 in counterfeit money that police have been able to confiscate. a quick break, and I'll be right back.
The Seasonal Shop, where denim's always in. Just pick a length, a shade, and a style. Where the cats are always a win. And where just in are new ladies' fashions. All the accessories, ridge and holler, caps and tees, new flavors of your favorite skinny syrups, and if blue is your color, brighten your whole home with it, and all of the gorgeous home decor. And don't forget B&B, that's Bridal and Baby Registry, at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
The decision about where to begin your child's educational journey is critical to a sense of happiness and success. Johnson County has 5 elementary schools: Central, Flat Gap, Highland, Porter, and W.R. Castle, all of which provide a full array of academic, athletic, and extracurricular opportunities, including future problem solving, basketball, football, volleyball, choir, and band. With a new state-of-the-art high school being constructed, the future is bright for our students and families. Give your child the power of opportunity, only available in Johnson County Schools.
Up next, here's tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. To be honest, I know I've got some birthdays. I'm not sure if any of them are for tonight. Let's find out as we go there. Again, brought to you by your local agent, Doug Green, and his Farm Bureau family at McGoffin Farm Bureau.
Nope, birthdays pick back up tomorrow. So let's go to free ice cream and taco salads. That's a good place to go and start, right? The Mountain of Hope Baptist Church on top of the Ivington Hill there at 114 is having another free ice cream day with taco salads this Saturday from 11 to 2. Everyone, anyone and everyone, stop by and enjoy some friendship, some fellowship maybe, some free ice cream and free taco salads this Saturday from 11 to 2 at the Mountain of Hope Baptist Church. The Water and Wine Food Pantry, just a reminder, their next regular pantry dates will be September the 6th and the 20th, and that's just around the corner, and their Senior Commodity Day will be Thursday on the 21st of September. And this is how you get announcements on the show, just like those. From there, I do now have funeral services as we turn to the nightly obituaries, which have been set for Maggie Rao Allen of Tip Top, the daughter of Cecil and Doll Mullins Rao. She passed away on yesterday's date, preceded in death by her husband Eugene, her daughter Priscilla, grandson Lonnie Eugene Howard, sisters Edna and Elsie and Linda and Christine Rao and Sue Salyers and brother Jolly. She survived by her daughters Debbie Joseph and Roxy Howard and her son Robert Eugene Allen and her brother Orville and 6 grandkids. Services in her honor will start this Friday at 1 from the Tip Top United Baptist Church. Friends can visit the church tomorrow evening after 5 for visitation. And this asked to be read simply and lovingly in memory of Cleo Harmon by long list of family and friends whose birthday would have been today. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
And only a few tweaks to be made, pretty much still on par for everything we have been expecting for the rest of this week and the weekend. Saturday's going to be a little bit warmer than what we had expected. That's probably the biggest note that I've got to make as far as your 7-day is concerned. We were thinking low, maybe mid-80s. Right now, we're probably going to hang on to the upper 80s for the first half of the weekend.
Other than that, just a shuffle of a degree or two here and there, and we're still going to see the heat all the way through Friday. And again, a warm one Saturday, but not as warm. And remember, I don't think anyone's really missed the humidity during all of this heat, as we've had really strong high pressure putting us up into the 90s here for several consecutive days, but humidity just hasn't been there, and that's been very fortunate for us, because you know what that would have meant on top of, that's just insult on top of injury. 72 tonight, mostly clear skies for the rest of your Wednesday. We will see calm winds, maybe starting to become southwest around 5 miles per hour or so after midnight, and that's it. Mostly clear skies and a nice end to your Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're back to the 90s. Right now, an estimated 93 is where we should top out, but we will have enough humidity to make it feel closer to 99 or so. I mean, I'm not saying there's no humidity. I'm just saying it could be a lot worse. So closer to 99 as far as the real feel tomorrow, but 93 is still going to be blazing hot. I'm just trying to make it as comfortable as, at least in our minds, as possible. Mid-70s tomorrow night, so that'll make it feel a little sticky. When you've got mid-70s for nighttime lows, it's never really comfortable. A 20% chance of showers. Pretty much, we'll say, in the afternoon tomorrow. Like 11 till noon, small window. I know, small chance, but that's it. 94 sunny, a 30% chance of showers and storms on your Friday. Saturday, again, we were expecting maybe 84, 85. Right now we're looking at 88. Partly sunny and a 30% chance of showers and storms. Latter half of your weekend, we do lose another 5 degrees. We'll get back down to the low 80s, around 83, 64 for your high, your low. No shower, storm chances at all, just mostly sunny, a really nice Sunday. And then starting off next week, we have 83, mostly sunny, and a 20% chance of showers, and just showers, no storms, on your Monday. Tuesday, a 30% chance of some showers and maybe a few thunderstorms. Lows again in the low 80s, and even lower than that on Wednesday as we continue that downward trend to the upper 70s by midweek. This time next week, mostly sunny right now, and an estimated 79, back to a little bit of that not quite as early fallish weather as what we got spoiled with here, just a few days ago, before the 90s rolled into town.
And before I close, let me just remind everyone, it's publication day tomorrow. Press day today. Publication day tomorrow for the Sayersville Independent. Another great deal of news and information. And, of course, Thursday's Throwback is always a good one. So we hope that you'll pick up an edition before I see you back here tomorrow evening for the next edition of Your News Today. Thank you for watching.